Let's go to. Yeah, Mindy, Dawn Headland, Mito, Claudia. Bring in Claudia first. There's Corona Mindy. She's drinking Coronas.
I wish.
You feel bad?
I don't feel great.
I think you sound great. You just wake up.
No,
You don't have to pretend. We know you're
I'm
sick.
not.
Are you losing teeth?
Have you lost your smell or taste?
What did she say?
She just wants to know if you lost your smell or taste.
No.
We'll see when
My
you
voice.
see what you wear when you come back.
Lost my taste a long time ago. Never learned that.
Hey, our lady from yesterday was fine.
Yeah.
That's good. One of these days I'll share the email with you.
She walked in and said, "Is Mindy here?" And I said, "No." And she acted real calm.
Probably should have been recording this. Oh well. Not yet. All we're waiting on is the prosecutor and the jail. We have Don, Mito, and who's Robert Cole?
He's one of the attorneys.
Still a little bit early. No, they waived the jury yesterday. Made it easier. But it really wasn't bad. There's Anthony DeMore. We just need the jail. That's kind of weird. There's the jail. All right, we're ready to roll. Anthony, jail.
Hi, Judge. Hey, I'm good. Mr. Davis is not down here. He's en route, but he's a little bit of a full restraint, double guard kind of thing, so it takes a little bit.
Weird. Why would that be?
Oh, I have no idea. None at all.
Can you get his lawyer's Mito, right?
It looks like it says Gonzalez.
Yeah, Mito Gonzalez. Okay. Why don't we get Don Headland's client, whoever that is?
Headland. Okay, so that's Solano.
I think so. Hey, Don, who's your client?
Joseph Solano. Judge, you want me to give you background?
I doubt it, but you can.
Well, most importantly, it's really not on him. The background would be on the other cases that he has pending. Miss Mindy and I spoke about that. He's got other cases that are pending with attorney Bill Underwood. My client is still on bond on those cases. The surety has not gone off of them.
Okay.
Not notified them because I just figured that the court would rather have him on bond with a surety responsible. But so we are only coming in front of you today for a mental health bond on the, sorry, I'm at home. Here's my dogs listening to everybody. Hold on.
You're pretending that's your dog.
Okay, so I had to yell at them and not have everybody. So Judge, that's what, if the court sees that on the county, that is the explanation for that. So my client will still be out on bond on a violation of a protective order, as well as an original impeding breath. My impeding breath is what I am asking the mental health bond for. And of course, we have that action plan, which I'm give you testimony for, Judge.
Well, I don't have the bond. That's the problem. I have several other people here, but I don't have a bond for him. So we've lost Don. I don't know if he just didn't get put in the queue. Cindy, do you know?
I'm looking into it now.
Shields and Davis and Stewart. No. Solano.
Judge, I sent that, but I resent it just now to you and to Mindy again.
Bond.
Somehow they didn't get it in there, so I'm gonna try and put it in.
Okay.
Is it my internet that's going nuts?
Well, we were all here. None
Great.
of us left you.
All right. Let me try to close out some stuff, Jeff.
But maybe you should go outside.
Yeah, I'm going to take my whole big desk outside, Judge. I don't think I can do that, but thank you.
Yeah, do it.
I wish I could, Judge. Then I won't have access to my action plan, which quite frankly, I cannot find. I know that Mr. Hill sent that to me. Tony, if you've got it, if you could ship it over to me, that'd be great. I can't find it. Judge, what are you missing?
I'm just missing the bond. That if we could do it without the bond, I can get the bond signed later if we decide to do it. So I do have everything else. So let's go ahead and go ahead and proceed with this one. I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'm going to consider that for purposes of hearing. And did you want to call your client and testify?
Did you call me Jessica?
No, I said, did you want to call your client to testify?
Yes, I do, Judge. I'm sorry. It's my internet. Thank you. I would
But
like,
do you want me to call you Jessica?
no, I mean, I'm going to answer either way, Judge.
All right. Mr. Solano, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, stuff you got.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Solano, you and I have been working on an action plan for you for in order to present evidence for your release on a mental health bond through your friend for about 3 months now, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and your friend's name is it JB?
RL Carbon.
RL Carbon. Okay, so we have discussed you going into an inpatient treatment program for alcoholism, correct?
He told me alcohol and mental health.
Okay, yeah, I'll get there. Just answer my questions. So it's an alcohol-related treatment center that also handles mental health issues, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
In all candidacy with the judge, you were placed in an alcohol treatment sober living home by LifePath, who supported the bill for that in April of this year, and you unsuccessfully completed that after 1 week. Isn't that true?
Yes,
The reason why that's important is because that was pretty difficult for us to get you in somewhere that didn't require that you had to pay out of pocket, correct?
yes, ma'am.
You have been incarcerated continuously for going on 3 months now, or maybe it's 60 days, a little over 60 days, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And during that time, you have been in touch with Mr. Carbone, and then also other family members, but not your wife, who is the alleged victim of this offense, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and you are unable to use any sort of insurance or funds to pay for an inpatient program that requires you use that, correct?
That is correct.
And right, so we've had Joseph Hill discuss this. We got a hold of Salvation Army and they have accepted you, correct?
That is my understanding, yes.
Okay, you were first diagnosed at age 14 in Kansas with ADHD and as bipolar, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't remember if you were prescribed anything, correct?
I do believe I was, but for whatever reason, I don't think my parents believed in it or something of that nature. So no, I never got any medicine.
Okay, so you told Joseph Hill with the mental health division that you do not remember if you were prescribed anything, is that correct?
Correct.
Remember that you spoke to this person and he wrote everything down. So listen to my, okay?
Yes, yes,
Client, so you were recently diagnosed in 2022 at LifePath with PTSD, bipolar, and depression, correct?
that is correct.
You were prescribed Zoloft, correct?
That is.
At the time of the offense, you did admit that you were not taking Zoloft as you were prescribed, correct?
That is correct.
Understand that if the judge grants this mental health bond for you, that you will be required to take any and all prescriptions that have been in medications that have been prescribed to you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that Salvation Army is located in Dallas and that you will have to find a way to get transported to and from any meetings with the mental health division or with this judge while you are out on bond. Do you have a plan for that?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What is that plan?
My plan is to, until I can get a vehicle, it's to Uber it so I can guarantee that I may get there and on time without relying on family or friends. So Uber is the safest, most definite way to get there at this point.
Well, let's talk. We just talked about your finances. So tell the judge how you're going to afford Uber.
Mr. Carbone will help me out with that.
And
And-
go ahead.
And or my mother and Mr. Carbone is very supportive of that. And they both have mentioned they will make sure that I get to anything that is necessary.
Okay. We need to talk about that because I have a duty to be candid with the court.
Yes, ma'am.
Carbone does not live here. He is not local. He's out of county, maybe out of state, correct?
That is in fact, that's why he says he will always get me an Uber.
Okay. And your mother is elderly, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Do you have sons that are going to help you?
Zy Daniel will, or Nicholas.
Okay. Why do we not know Nicholas's last name? Is that your son?
Oh, Solano. Yes, Solano. They're both Solanos. They're both my biological children.
Okay. The Salvation Army Treatment Center is not one that you have attended before, correct?
That is absolutely correct.
And you understand that it is not a lockdown facility, but that it's inpatient and you are not free to leave if you are not allowed to by this court or by released by Salvation Army. Do you understand that?
That's been put very clear to me. Yes.
Okay. So the answer is yes, you understand that?
Yes, I do understand this.
And the first 30 days of Salvation Army, we're asking this court, based on the counselor at Salvation Army's request, that you not be interrupted for the first 30 days, because that is the most, tentative time for them in order to get you out of a mindset and make sure that you are following their lead and and working their program successfully. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, during that time, however, I have made it clear to them that they may have to make you available to Ms. Fox or to Judge Baxter, and hopefully that can be done over phone or via Zoom. But if it isn't, you need to find a way to get to Ms. Fox or Judge Baxter. Do you understand that that responsibility falls on you?
Yes, ma'am, very much so.
And if you do not comply with that, or if you decide that you've had enough and you walk out of that building, you will be rearrested, and the chances of you getting another bond are slim to none. Do you understand that?
I've been told that, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now you understand what's responsible. Tell the judge why you want to work the program at Salvation Army.
I would like to be considered for this program. Therefore, that I can get the mental health treatment that I've been seeking for a long time, the alcohol addiction, without interruptions, like my attorney, Ms. Headland, said. And that way I can be a good grandfather and a parent in the future to my family. And I am actually a pretty good citizen whenever, I'm on medicine and I'm a hard worker and things like that. I know I need to get some help, and this would be the great opportunity offered to me to get that and prove to you all and the community that I am worthy of the help.
Thank you. Ms. Fox, I just noticed that I asked you where the action plan was and you in fact sent it to me. My apologies. Mr. Solano, is there anything that I haven't asked you that you feel like you want to tell the judge?
No, other than the fact that to me, I do see this as a great opportunity. I understand that it's going to be pretty stringent and it's a 6-month program. That's why I did agree to this, is because it is such a long duration, and that gives me plenty of chance to, get adequate help. That's all I.
You understand that you're going to be on bond in those 2 other cases, and that the minute you get out, it's your responsibility to keep up with those bondsmen. Because if you don't, they're going to go off your bond and a warrant will issue for your arrest, and Salvation Army will turn you in. Do you understand that?
Yes, I've been told that, yes.
Mr. Solano, you have a lot of moving parts that are all your responsibility should this judge let you out. Are you up for that?
Yes, ma'am.
You have been sober since you've been in the jail? Have to ask it.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I'll pass the witness.
Any questions from the state?
No questions, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor. We just asked for, no, Your Honor.
Anything else from the state?
Nothing else from the state, Your Honor. State rests.
Any argument from the state?
Due to the nature of the offenses and the mental health assessment, we would oppose a PR bond at this time.
Yeah, Mr. Solano, I don't have to give you a bond because of the nature of your charges, but I think I'm going to get you the help that hopefully you can take advantage of. And I think your attorney has clearly told you what happens if you don't do what you say you're going to do. You're not going to stay out free. You're going to be locked back up. I think you've been in jail for quite a while now, so you probably don't like it there.
No, sir.
So let's get you out and get you some help and take advantage of this one shot, okay?
I appreciate you all very much.
If it doesn't work out, then like Don said, you're going to go back to jail pretty quickly, okay?
I understand.
One of the conditions of your bond will be that you successfully complete the Salvation Army program, whatever that means. And that means aftercare and everything else, okay?
Yes, sir.
Tony, did you want to say anything?
Yes, I just want to let you know, Joseph, that when you get released, you'll find a folder in your property. It's going to have my card inside. One of the most important things you can do is sign a release at the Salvation Army so that I can talk to them and keep track of how you're doing in the program. And so that they'll talk to me whenever it's necessary for you to come to court. I'll be able to talk with them and explain when it is necessary and when it is not, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Joseph is going to be the one who's going to pick you up and transport you to the Salvation Army. And he is my coworker, so he'll probably tell you a little bit more about it, etc. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck. Call Tony every week and let her know how you're doing. And at some
I will
point you'll-
call,
Yeah, at
I
some
will
point
call
you'll-
the minute I get there.
Yeah, at some point you'll need to come see me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, and she'll let you know when that is. If you're in a treatment program, we don't really want to pull you out of the treatment program just to come see me, okay?
Okay,
So we'll probably leave you there. All right. Good luck.
thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Tony. Thanks for everything you guys did to get this done.
All right.
Lana, go sit back over there.
Thank you all.
Need you to sit-
Yeah, I'm done.
Yes, you're done.
Okay.
We have
Jeff-
whoever Kyle Shaw's
Dave.
attorney.
Okay.
Judge, can I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. See you later. See you, Jessica.
Fields.
All right.
Hey, I caught myself, you know. Why don't you? Oh,
Which
don't worry.
one? Kyle, which one do you represent? Is it Shield?
I represent Miss Shields, Judge.
Okay. All right, I got it.
Hello,
How are you doing?
I'm great. Good morning.
I'm assuming you want to call your client and testify? Oh,
He's locked up there.
yeah, we can hear you. We
I
can't.
do, Judge.
All right. Ms. Shields, if you would raise your right hand and be sworn, you swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'll consider it for the purpose of this hearing. You can go ahead.
Good morning, Miss Shields.
Good morning.
Do you remember you and I talking about a mental health bond on your case?
Yes.
For us talking about a mental health bond for your case?
I said yes. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay.
Well, the judge is going to need a little bit of information as far as your mental health background goes in making his decision for this bond. Can you tell him what your mental health diagnosis is?
Oh, well, I've got anxiety and PTSD.
Okay. Anything else in your past that you've been diagnosed with?
Not really, no.
Okay. And have you ever been hospitalized due to your mental health?
No.
Never been in a inpatient or outpatient treatment facility?
The only time I was in it was Big Springs for competency. It wasn't for mental health. It was for competency.
Okay. When was that?
A few years back.
Okay. And how long were you there?
I think it was about 2 months.
Okay. And so you were found to be incompetent by a medical professional and a court affirmed that?
No, they said that I was competent with the medication. That's the whole point.
Okay. But you were hospitalized for not being competent?
I was hospitalized for an evaluation. They put me on medication and said, as long as I have the medication, I'm competent.
Okay. I'm just trying to confirm.
Figure
here,
it out,
okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you receive any kind of disability?
No.
Okay. Are you a veteran?
Yes.
Okay. Do you receive VA benefits?
Not at the moment.
Okay. What medications have you taken in the past related to your mental health?
That I will disclose with my doctor.
Okay. It may help the court in deciding whether to grant this bond for you. I mean, if you're not required, but it would be helpful for them in understanding the nature of your mental health.
Well, and I can get them a letter straight from the Southern Area Behavioral Clinic to the judge.
If the court grants this bond, you're gonna have to do regular check-ins with the court. The action plan shows that you'll go through LifePath, so you'll have to make appointments with them. They may also prescribe medication. If they do, it would become a condition of the bond that you take that medication. Would you be willing to do all of those things?
Absolutely.
If you And where will you live if you're released?
I will live at the same address that I gave before.
Okay, and what address is that?
It's 303 Linkrest Road. I have to be sure about the address though. He wasn't able to find it on Google or something, but but yeah, it's 303 Linkrest Road, Plano, Texas, and then I have to double check on the zip code.
Okay, and do you have a cell phone?
You can call me at 214-893-7386.
Okay, is that your number?
It's actually my mom. She'll be able to get a hold of me.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll pass the witness.
Any questions from the state?
Just briefly, Ms. Shields, who lives at that location you gave the address to?
It's my roommate.
And who is your roommate?
And okay, and now I'm gonna have to be sure exactly about his last name. His first name is Gilbert.
Okay.
Or Gerald. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about a TV show. I can get all of his information printed out and sent in the day that I get out, because I just moved in. So I mean, you know, I can get all the information that you need on my roommate and, you know, verify the address and everything as soon as I get over to the office.
How did you meet this or your roommate?
Well, he's a good friend of the family.
And I can't remember, did you say, will you have a car if you get out?
Yes. I've got a couple of vehicles. And then also, you know, I mean, I do work. I can, if my car breaks down, I can get a lift. If the lifts are not available, I mean, I can ride my bike, or if my bike's tire blows, then I can walk.
And are you currently receiving any medication since you've been in jail?
No.
Okay.
Well, my blood pressure medicine, which is the most important.
And what mental health diagnoses have you been given in the past?
Anxiety and PTSD.
And were you prescribed medication for those in the past?
Yes.
And do you remember what those medications were?
Yes, I can send a list to the judge.
I have no more further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
Rest?
Full rest. Thank you.
Anything else from the state?
Hey, rest, Your Honor.
Any argument from the state?
Due to the her mental health assessment, we would oppose a PR bond at this time.
Well, here's my problem with the whole thing. I think the plan seems very limited, so I am going to deny bond this time. The bond's only set at $1,500, so it can be posted at some point. So good luck.
Judge. Christina, I'll come visit with you.
let's do, about Stewart,
Stuart?
Cheryl Stewart, yeah. There it is.
Hello.
Are you, this is your client, I'm assuming?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. And it's a possession controlled substance, $5,000 bond. And I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. I'm going to consider that for the purpose of this hearing. Did you want to call your client to testify?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Stewart, if you would, raise your right hand and be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
You can go ahead.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. Hello, Ms. Stewart. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you see me there?
Ken?
I'm going to try to get some more light so you can see me better here.
All right.
Okay. Are you asking the court to release you on a mental health bond today?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. Now you understand you have some warrants in Denton, and you'll have to go deal with those as well, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Who is Jovan Stewart?
Yvonne is my son. She's
Okay,
24.
and who is India Stewart Shaw?
India is my daughter. I adopted her. She's 20 years old.
Okay, and how old is John?
It's
Jovan?
Yvonne is 24.
Okay. Now, when you are released from jail, are one of those two people going to pick you up?
Yes, Yvonne Stewart.
Okay. And will that person transport you to your residence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where is that residence?
7290 Ash Street, ASH Street, Frisco, Texas, 75034.
Okay. And how far is that from the nearest hospital where you can receive mental health treatment?
But it's like 5-10 minutes down the block, actually.
Okay. And what hospital is that close to?
That's Frisco. It's close to Frisco Medical, and Life Path is like 20 minutes away from, not even 20, 15 minutes away.
Okay. And what is Life Path?
Life Path is a mental health. Well, we can go there for like treatments and stuff and mental health.
Okay. Will that be where you'll be receiving mental health treatment if the
Yes.
court releases you?
Yes.
Okay. And what is your nearest pharmacy?
Walmart. Walmart is
Walmart?
on the street. Yes, right up the block, 5 minutes away from me.
Okay. Is that the one that's at Hickory and Stonebriar?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Now, will you comply with any of the court's requirements that you receive mental health counseling or treatment?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay. Will you comply with any treatments that the doctor prescribes for you?
Yes, I will.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions from the state?
Just a few, Your Honor. Ms. Stewart, have you been receiving medication since you've been in jail?
Yes, I have.
And do you feel like that's helping you?
Oh, yes.
I want to talk to you a little bit, or I guess ask you about, have you recently, or when was the last time you had suicidal thoughts?
Well, not since I started taking my medicine. It's been a while.
It has. When would you say the last time you had suicidal thoughts were?
Well, it's been like in April somewhere, I think. Like, you know.
And did you have anything more than thoughts on that last time?
No.
Just thoughts?
Yeah, just
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Anything else from this defense?
Yes, just briefly. At the time that you had those suicidal thoughts, had you recently been the victim of a domestic violence incident?
Yes, sir. Yes, I was raped, beat up. I'm my
Okay.
abuser.
By whom?
I'm my abuser, my ex-boyfriend,
Okay, what's his name?
Ronnie Callahan.
And did you try to report this to the police?
I did.
And what happened?
They had me in the hospital for it. And they were looking for him.
Okay.
He got away.
Okay.
So I was at a domestic violence shelter. Hope's Door and Friends of the Family.
Okay. And aside from that incident, have you had any other suicidal thoughts?
No.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Anything else from the state?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Defense rest?
Defense rest, Your Honor.
State, have anything else to add?
Just briefly, we'll read her criminal history.
Okay.
In 5/29 of 2020, she was arrested for Class B theft along with unlawful carrying, or excuse me, she was arrested for Class B theft in early 2020. She was reported absconded, and that case is still pending in Denton County. In September of 2020, later that year, she was arrested in Louisville for unlawful carrying of a weapon. She is also reported to have absconded, with that case still pending. In 2021, she was arrested in Denton County again for possession of a controlled substance category 1 and driving while intoxicated. And then later on in 2022, I believe it's part of the charges we are here today in the colony, she was arrested for possession of controlled substance category 1/1B, state rest.
Any argument from the state?
The state would defer to the court, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah. Miss Stewart, I'm gonna go ahead and get you out on a bond today. You need to do what you said you're gonna do. You gotta go get treatment, take your medication as it's prescribed, and only the medication that's prescribed. Expect to be drug tested. I'll see you once a month, and expect to be drug tested when you're here. If you have anything in your system that's not supposed to be in your system, you'll go back to jail, okay?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you take the medications that are prescribed, okay?
I will. Thank you.
You'll need to call Tony every week. She's on the screen waving to you right
Tony.
now. Call her every week, let her know how you're doing. You'll probably come see me once a month. It just depends on where you are. You're gonna wind up going, I think, to Denton first. And you won't get out of there until you take care of that case or do something with that case, okay? But as soon as you get out of there, expect to call Tony every week and come see me, okay?
I will. Thank you.
Tony, do you want to add anything?
Yeah. Cheryl, when you get released and sent to Denton, you should receive a folder in your property that will have my card in it. If for some reason you don't receive that, when you get out, make sure that you not only contact your attorney, no matter what, but also he has my phone number and he can give it to you if that card or that folder is not in your property, okay?
There it goes.
All right, I'll see you in a month or so. Good luck. Do everything you said you're going to do.
Yes, I am. Miss Tony, you froze, so I didn't get to get the rest of what you were saying.
You should have a folder or a card in your property. If it's not there when you get to Denton, you can always contact your attorney. He has my phone number.
Okay, I will. Thank you very much.
Good luck. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. I'll see you in a month.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes, see you later.
Thank you. Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Kingsley Davis.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And let's see what we got. I do have a copy of the mental health assessment. Did you want to call your client testify?
Just briefly, Your Honor.
Right. If you would, raise your right hand to be sworn. You swear or affirm testimony about to give be truth, the whole truth, nothing but truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Is your true name is Kingsley Markeen Davis, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Davis, how old are you?
29.
And have you ever held a job or worked?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how long has it been since that happened?
Maybe like a week ago or so, 2 weeks ago, three weeks ago.
maybe
Okay, you've been in jail for,
2
I
weeks,
guess, the last
3 weeks.
few weeks, correct?
Yeah, so it's been like recently, like a
Okay.
month or more.
And what were you doing?
Register, like clerk.
Okay. Do you live with your mother?
Yes, sir.
Does she take care of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You moved here not too long ago from Atlanta, correct?
Yes, sir.
And when you were in Atlanta, when you were living in Georgia, were you receiving health services and getting a shot of something called Invega?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is that because you've been diagnosed with schizophrenia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you haven't had any of those shots since you've been back here in Texas, since you've gotten here to Texas, correct?
No, sir.
Okay. Your mother is Alexandria Mosley, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And she has been trying to get you mental health services, correct?
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Kingsley?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay. Has your mom been trying to get you help so you can start getting those shots again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Currently, you're not taking any medications, correct?
Zyprexa.
Okay. But they're not giving you the same shot you got when you were in Georgia, correct?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, if you are granted a bond for this, would you go back to living with your mom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is she pretty much supporting you, taking care of you, paying your bills?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you graduate from high school?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Were you in special programs there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And you never went to college, correct?
A little bit.
Okay.
A couple of years.
Okay. Has your issues, your mental health issues, have they become greater as you've gotten older?
No. No, sir.
You don't think so?
No.
Okay. But do you believe you require medication in order to remain stable?
No, I don't. I don't.
You don't think you need medication?
No, sir. No.
Okay. And your mom lives at
2241 Ashley Park Drive.
correct, and that's the same information that you gave to Mr. Hill when he was putting together your action plan, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you been made aware that you cannot get the Invictus shot until you are evaluated here in Texas to receive that medication? Has anyone informed you of that?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you realize that you would have to meet with LifePath and they would have to approve that for you to start getting that medication again?
No, sir. I didn't know that.
Okay. Has anybody from LifePath come out to see you? Has any doctor other than Dr. Duran come out to see you personally and check on you to determine what medications you need?
No.
Okay. And when you met with Dr. Duran, or excuse me, with the evaluator, Stephanie Duran, that was via Zoom, correct? Over the computer?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Kingsley, do you realize if the judge gives you a bond, you'll be required to come back to court once a week to check in with Tony Fox, who is waving her hand at you right now. You're going to have to check in with her, make sure you're taking your meds and stay out of trouble. Do you think you can do that?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Do you think your mother also understands how rigorous this process may be?
Perhaps.
Okay. If I told you that she's called the court, she's called me multiple times, she's called other service providers, and even the police. Would you believe that? Is she that kind of person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would-
That she'll do whatever it takes to try to help you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions from the state?
Just a few, Your Honor. Mr. Kingsley, you said a moment ago that you don't believe you need medication to be stable.
Yeah.
Do you have issues then taking medication if it is what Life Path thinks you need?
It depends on what it is. If it's like any like kind of antipsychotic or like something like Vilify or something of the sort, then yeah. But if it's something that really doesn't mess you up long term or even short term, then no.
And just so you understand, if they happen to prescribe you, I don't know what they will prescribe, if they'll prescribe anything, but if they happen to prescribe you something that you don't think you need or agree with, and you don't take it, your bond would be revoked and you would get sent back to jail.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Anything else from the defense?
Not this time, Your Honor.
Anything else from the state?
Not at this time. State rest.
Any
The rest
argument from the
closed.
state?
Due to the mental health assessment and the nature of the charges, we would oppose a PR bond at this time.
Yeah, based on the charges alone, I have trouble setting bond, and the fact that you don't think you need medication is another problem. So I'm going to deny bond this time. Good luck. Thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, before we stop, in order for him to get the same medication that he was receiving before, he has to have an evaluation, and we need someone to approve that he can be evaluated, or that he can be furloughed to be evaluated, or somebody can be brought in to evaluate him. I am told that the jail will give him the shot, but he has to have a current evaluation from Texas, and we're going to need some mechanism for that to happen. Is there a way that can be accomplished through this court, since he doesn't have an actual court to go to?
Probably talk to Elise and see what
Okay.
Elise suggests, and if we can do that, we'll get it done.
Because she talked about a coordinated release, but if he's not getting released, then we need to do something here in the jail.
Right.
Okay, I will do that, and we'll file whatever appropriate motions we need, Your Honor.
Sounds good. All right.
Okay,
Thank you all.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Judge.